Well, the saga continues, co-host.
That's right.
Big time this weekend.
Too big, if you ask me. I'm scared.
It's bigger than the Twilight Eclipse saga. You know, all that.
Oh, God, don't even get me started on that.
Oh, man. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Jesus, boy. You made me mad. Tell me about that.
I know.
And it's not even like so much about Twilight. I get mad when just this is a pet peeve of mine today. So
really? Okay.
What these fans
I was about to
doing.
say, like, why do you care? What do you care what a bunch of fucking preteens are doing?
No, it's not. Again, it's not so much what they're doing in Twilight. It's just what they're doing is a general thing that people do sometimes that I'm like, I don't get it. But I read this story and I kind of understand now. But you know what?
Right.
We'll talk about that soon.
Yes, we will.
Right now, man, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about with this shit coming up. I've been busy, boy.
Yeah, you have.
Busy.
You've been crazy busy.
Yeah, man. Are you ready?
Hey, dude, you know what? For a while, I mean, there was never a point where I was like dreading it, only because I'm like, man, this is gonna be a crazy weekend. I'm gonna have to get all my shit together. I'm gonna have to get my oil massage.
I gotta get you lubed.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to get my Brillo pad and clean myself up, man. But no, actually, I'm really fucking pumped. I fucking can't wait for this shit to start.
I can't either, man. Of course, we're talking about Spill.com. You heard us talking about it for weeks, people.
Yes. No, years.
Years in the making. An epic in the making.
Yeah.
And it's finally going to happen this weekend. We already got a lot of people who bought tickets. A lot, man. We already
have people showing up like right now as we speak. We have people coming in from like other countries.
Yeah, we got the Brits over here.
Yeah.
We got people from all around the country here in the States that are here already. Already getting calls from crazy people on the phone. Already heard from Renegade this morning. Hey, Clark. I'm like, hey, man, I can't talk to you right now, you brother. I'm in fast mode right now. I'm gonna call him back.
I can't wait till he shows up, man. That's always good. It's always a good crazy time with that guy.
Somebody say he looks like Aphex Twin.
Oh God, don't say that. Okay, now I don't want him anywhere around me. Yeah,
when he smiles, if you've never seen Aphex Twin, people, it's one guy. It's one guy. He considered like a sort of electronic DJ or something. I mean, mostly
he does a lot of experimental, crazy stuff.
Experimental electronic. I would say. And some of his videos are crazy. Those videos are directed by Chris Cunningham. Look up Window Liquor and Come to Daddy.
Yeah,
and he puts his face. Now, is it him?
It's him. Yeah. Well, he's
a crazy looking dude.
It's an exaggerated version of his face when he's smiling. And yeah, it's fucking creepy. It's probably like the creepiest thing I've ever seen as far as what they do with those videos just by using his face.
They take his face and put it on things like little kids are fine women. Like you be looking at a woman's ass, you turn around and have his face on it.
Some hot hoochie mamas.
Yeah, hoochies, some hoes. Yeah, and somebody said that's what Renegade looks like. And you know the thing is, I can see it.
No, when he smiles, you know what? When he smiles, it kind of, not to insult the guy, but it gives off a very creepy vibe.
He looks like the devil when he smiles.
He does.
And he laughs like a dude's like,
and it doesn't help that he wears a suit usually when he's smiling like that. And you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, man, we got all these people in town and ready for the 3-day weekend. We're just not getting things organized. I have to tell you, I have to give you a quick rundown of what's happening for people who can listen. Yeah. Because we just got some things to follow through that we weren't sure if we were going to have before. Like Friday, we already are confirmed. I didn't think they were going to show up, but because, when you take a long lapse of hearing from somebody, you're like, man, have they forgotten about me? But the Rooster Teeth guys are showing up.
Oh, okay. They called. I thought they were like a solid book.
Yeah, they were a solid
They were,
book,
okay.
But we just...
You just haven't heard from them?
Just never talked to them.
Oh, they're busy.
So I talked to them one time on the phone. That was it. Now it's like...
Well, they got a lot of projects that they're working on, so...
they got a lot,
I'm sure
man.
They're busy, yeah.
I'm calling them today, and
cool.
We're going to work out the details. Dell is flying in. And there's another thing right there. I'm glad... So you got to catch up on these people, man, because I told them that they were going to be coming in. Dell and his manager were coming in on Thursday. And I sent out an email saying, hey, you guys ready? You need anything? I pick up from the airport or something. Oh, we're coming in on Friday, not Thursday. I'm like... Man, I got an itinerary here that says Thursday, man.
Oh, no.
But they changed it around. They'll be in on time.
No, they're supposed to play. He's supposed to play on Saturday,
He's supposed to play on Saturday, but he's going to be at the panel
on Friday. At the panel on Friday.
So here's the deal. On Friday, we actually have a very cool panel that's coming up. It's called Making It in the Creative Field. It's all about how to get your ideas out there and use what we have today, which probably your most effective tool is the internet.
Right.
And using that to just not only get your ideas out there and be seen, because everybody's doing it, but how to probably make it profitable for you.
Right. How to be successful.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking about that. And so the Rooster Teeth guys are going to come in and talk about how they were able to make themselves famous online. And then Dale is going to talk about how he promotes his music online. And then we're going to have a couple of ad agency guys come in and say, hey, this is where we see things going, because a lot of marketing has to do with kind of making yourself sort of your own marketing person and a makeshift ad agency. Sometimes.
Yeah, I imagine majority of the time the people involved are doing a lot of the footwork too.
Yeah.
Unlike when you're working for a television, which, they basically have teams of people trying to promote that shit, and a lot of times they fail, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Where the internet, if you're doing your own production and all that kind of shit, you know what? I'll save it for the con.
There you go. Yeah, because we're gonna bring you guys out near the end of the panel and have you give your opinions on this whole thing. And
I like it.
How this experience has been for you. You gonna come out? I love it.
It's a great experience. I like it a lot. I'm gonna go get something to drink.
But at the panel, it's going to be at GSD&M, which has been. It's cool that they let us do that. It is a huge ad agency here in town. Yeah. They handle accounts for like Southwest Airlines and a few other big things, and so they're going to let us. They're going to be nice enough to let us use their facilities to host this panel.
You mean their bathroom?
Yes. You're going to be looking at me sitting on the toilet talking to you. I'm glad people you are here today.
How you gonna put Cyrus on that stall? How's he gonna sit like that? I don't think.
Excuse me, sir. Could you have me some TP in the next stall there?
I want my own stall, dude.
I'm gonna be knocking on the stall next to me. Yeah. Hey, co-host, what do you think? Hey,
this is what I think.
You're gonna hear Cyrus pissing.
And then he'll go, ow, 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 ow,
ow. But man, they have a huge lobby. It's gonna be cool because they set up all the technical stuff for us, and we're gonna have beer and appetizers there.
Oh, cool.
So we got sponsored by Hoover's here in town.
Hoovers.
Yeah, Hoovers.
Wow.
Yeah, Live Oak is going to be giving us some beer. So people they'll be able to come in and have refreshments. We have some lemonade for the kiddies.
That's right.
For those who can't partake in the giggle juice.
Yeah, and if you run out of that lemonade, I got my own lemonade to give to the children. I'll be videotaping that. I'm going to submit that into the video content.
Yeah, we want to see your ass for the rest of the weekend.
Be arrested.
Yeah, be a fucking drunk tank. Then on Saturday, man, here's a cool thing about it, man. I have welcome to Let's Do This, by the way, everybody.
Yes, welcome to the show. If you haven't,
it is going to be a short one today, and we really mean that.
Real
because,
short, yeah.
I have to be out. We're doing some more promotion today on a local station, so I got to be out there at a particular time, else they're going to look at us and say no.
Right, I'll be on the streets doing promotion with some bums I hired to hold up signs while they're holding up their own.
I think I got that dancing. Uncle Sam guy out there. Yeah. Those guys that you work for those tax people during tax time. They're dancing and shit. Got the Statue of Liberty. She's out there walking the streets.
Gorilla suit. Got that guy too.
The gorilla suit.
Got to represent with the gorilla suit.
Guy, he's moonwalking with a sandwich board that's talking about Spill.com. By the way, that's Cyrus in the gorilla suit.
Oh, is it? Oh, I feel bad now. I was yelling at him. I was like, do some backflip, motherfucker. Do some backflips.
No, got his ass out there sweating. He needs to sweat. His ass to work. But on Saturday, we got the film festival.
That's right.
And I already got a lot of films in.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you were talking to us about it, and man, you got me all pumped up for that.
There was nothing for a while except maybe one or two movies came in. Didn't worry about it, though, because I said on Sunday, which was the deadline, everybody's going to
be flooded in.
Going to submit. Yeah. And I woke up on Sunday morning. I was at the hotel in Shreveport for my nephew's wedding. I said, let me just look at this. I have time. Fucking like 12 films in there all at once.
Nice.
Yes, and some good ones in there.
Yeah, you were telling us.
Some good ones. And there's some that are just fucking weird, man. I mean, these people.
Hey, the weirder the better. That's what I want. When I see a film festival that just, it's people just doing whatever at their house with whatever they have around, those film festivals I actually look and I can't wait to see them because you have to be fucking creative to try to put something like that together.
Well, I have to tell you, man, you're right. I mean, these people have worked hard. Now, not all of them are
They're not Star Wars.
Yeah, no, all of them are not. You know,
I'm not gonna get look forward to the next Godfather.
No. There's some potential there, and then I have to say some people are far from Spielberg yet. We might got some George Lucases in there, without the special effects. But no, people, they all worked hard. All these people worked hard.
Awesome.
People, I'm telling you right now, if you're going to be at Spill.con, you're going to have to come up on stage if you submitted a film. If you are present, you're going to have to come up on stage, and your movie is going to get a somewhat, not full treatment, because we ain't going to be cruel to you or anything, but we're going to mess with you a little bit.
We're going to be as honest as we can. How's that?
But we'll be lenient, because I know a lot of people aren't filmmakers. They just want to submit something. So we appreciate the hard work that people put in there, but we're going to mess with you a little bit. Yeah. We're going to give you something of a quasi, the Spill crew review treatment.
That's right. Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to stand on stage.
So that means you're gonna fucking suffer.
Yeah, exactly. You gotta get on stage and hang out and be brave and take it with everybody else. And don't worry, people. We're not gonna judge. I'm gonna get Brian Brushwood.
He's going to be the main judge. I mean, we're going to talk about it. Yeah. But we're going to have one judge who's not going to be like biased, and he's he's going to be honest.
Because these films, because they center on us. Mm-hmm. Some films, they center on one of us in particular. Mm-hmm. So you might have like a co-host themed film, or you might have a Cyrus themed film.
That one's going to win.
There's a Cyrus themed film.
Not the Cyrus, co-host one.
The co-host, I'm sorry. Yeah, so in fact, every film with co-host, we're going to give an award to.
I'm going to rig that shit like movie.
See, this is why we can't let you select the winner.
You better pick it, bro.
No, there's a Cyrus one that's actually pretty funny, man.
Yeah.
It's actually really funny. But we're not going to be making the decisions on that.
Okay.
Because we don't want to have anybody say, well, that was about you. That's the only reason why you picked it. So
yeah, we don't need people going on the websites making comments about us.
Yeah.
Selling out for umpteen times.
Yeah, it's selling out.
Sellouts. Man, if I gave him $5, I bet you I would have won.
Yeah, well, next time I'm making a movie about you, because I'm sure to win then. But nah, man, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Whoever's is going to be the winner. There's going to be a Miss America type pageant going on. It's going to be all kind of fun stuff.
With the fans? I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Kit in a bikini.
No, it ain't put nobody in bathing suits or nothing like that. Okay. At least not the guys. The girls, Girls, if you have entered the contest, you have to show up in a bikini if you want to win. No, that's not true.
That's like I was going to say, Renegade's going to look like the end of that one Aphex Twin video. Those ugly chicks
come up in a bikini.
Cyrus and Leon are going to be hosing them down with a water hose.
Shaving them. But man, yeah, so it's going to be, the film festival is going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to that. And then that night, we have our big party that's going on. I mean, that's the one with Dale and Maceo, and I think we're going to have a lot of walk-ups for that. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Then on Sunday, we got the League, the League guys, the League of Extremely Ordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, the funny book boys.
Them funny book boys, as I like, as we like to call them. Yeah, that's my new name for them. I ain't never calling them League again. They're going to be called them funny book boys from now on.
Like Leon, he has his own show now. How the hell did that happen? Corey, what is this bullshit going on?
But they got that thing going on Sunday around 2:00, and that should be a lot of fun. They're doing the movie trivia thing. They'll be giving away some prizes and a lot of stuff.
Yeah, they're gonna be giving away prizes from Austin Books. Yeah,
Books. Yeah,
they're helping out. So,
and then that night we have our closing party, which Uncle Staple. We have another guy who does a convention here in town. Uncle Staple's handling that, which I think is gonna be very well.
That's gonna be fucking cool.
That's gonna be fun. Yeah. It's gonna be the closeout party. I think that's gonna be pretty crowded because there's some things that are free. People want to know what do I have to pay for and what's free. Well, the closing party is free. The Leog thing is free. The panel is actually free. Mm-hmm. It's the shows that are going to cost you some money. And the animation workshop, which is on Saturday morning at 11:00 at the Hideout, that's free. I hope that's going to go okay because there's only about 45, 50 seats in that room.
Really? So is that 11 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay.
11 a.m.
Yeah.
Shit, 11 at night. No.
I was about to say, man. Well, I mean, we're going to be going on until 2 in the morning.
Right? Yeah. But the animation workshop is going to be separate. It's going to be in the morning where there's no distractions, anything. Cool. Come at the Hideout, and that's going to be something free for everybody, especially for the kids. I mean, if the kids are around, bring the kids. That should be fun for them. That's going to be very family friendly, and nice. Unlike a lot of things, that one's going to be.
I'll show up drunk.
The panel, I would say, the panel in the animation workshop, very family friendly events, and those are going to be cool for people.
Family,
and what am I missing here? The shows, the after parties, which are going to be some of the big things that happen. Mm-hmm. Those are the first night is going to be at Aces Lounge. And then Saturday night is going to be at the Mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm really looking forward to this.
I'm pumped, man. I mean, the thing is that I know as soon as it starts, it's going to be over. I mean, because that's how it felt like last year.
Yeah.
As soon as things just started to happen, I was shocked at how quickly it just came to an end. I was like, damn, all right.
Yeah.
This past weekend, I was hanging out with the London boys, and those motherfuckers, god damn, I was drinking all weekend with those idiots. And
I heard about that.
That was like another spill party, and I was at the end of that weekend, I was fucking done.
Yeah, no, you have another weekend to go. Man, I heard about the shit that you guys did. Now check it out. Coles went out with them London boys and them Brits.
Yeah,
and it's like right now it's 3 of them that are here that at least that we're hanging out with. It's Nick, Tyler, and Craig.
Right.
I didn't even know. I thought Nick was friends with Craig. It just so happens that Craig was a different member from a different part of England.
Yeah.
And they just happened to hook up in London last time we hung out, and so they decided to make the trip here.
Right.
And I heard about you guys, man. I mean, this is their first weekend here. They're already getting into fights.
Yeah.
Tyler went in and pissed on Craig's clothes.
Yeah.
Because y'all got so drunk.
Yeah. Well, Nick was talking about at some point he was wondering if he was going to be able to come on our show and just talk about that whole night, which that'd be kind of fun if we get to do that. But when he told me about the whole pissing incident, I was like, well, you might want to ask Craig if he really wants to let everyone know somebody pissed all over his clothes.
Well, Craig is kind of a big dude, and I talked to Craig. Craig is a young dude, but I said, Craig, what do you do, man? He's like, I am a bodyguard and a private investigator. I was like, oh, okay, that's fine.
Really?
No, a lot of people think that I'm joking, but I really am. And I was like, so we got in the whole history of it. I was like, and so I looked, I was like, well, why didn't you kill this motherfucker when he pissed on your clothes?
I know. I was like, because when I saw them, I picked them up like that day, and I was like, man, I'm surprised you guys are in a car together, not killing each other.
I know. Here's Craig is kind of mellow, man. Maybe
he's really mellow. Yeah,
he was just kind of like, well, they were dirty anyway. I was gonna wash them, so. I was like, man, Tyler, I can look at Tyler and tell that his piss is like cat piss. Yeah. And something about Tyler ain't right, So I'm just that shit ain't gonna come out, man. You got the stink of Tyler on your clothes forever, man. You better burn that shit.
When they were telling me about it in the car, I was looking at the mirror, looking over at Tyler, and Tyler definitely had a snicker on his face, and he was just like, yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah, he was smiling when I went to his thing. He's like,
but apparently he was pissing in the room where there's a bunch of other people hanging out, because they're staying in a hostel. So there's a few other people that they don't know that are hanging out in there, but maybe we should save that story for. I'll
let them tell it. Yeah. I mean, because there's a lot of stuff they can talk about. Yeah. I've been trying to show them some cool things the last 2 nights, but for one thing, I haven't had time. But it's been Monday and Tuesday,
right?
And there's nothing going on. Mm-hmm. Last night they got shit. They got a tongue lashing.
Oh
at the bar last night. Well,
from who?
It was kind of shitty, man. Okay, first of all, Nick was looking for a mojito. Like he's like, I don't have these.
I told those motherfuckers. Yeah, I told them, dude, you're in Austin. If you're gonna look for a mojito, good luck, because a lot of times bartenders, that's the last fucking drink in the world they want to make.
Well, you got to go.
And a lot of them don't do it. Yeah.
Like Cuba Libre.
Yeah, that's their
specialty. Yeah. And then there's places around here like Habana Restaurant, and there's
any place Cuban will more than likely make it.
Yeah, but there's a couple other places where they take pride in making those. I know there's been like this place called Aquavella or Blue Bar, something like on 4th Street. I've been there plenty of times, and the guy takes pride in making them. Well, last night, Cuba Libre is closed. Mm-hmm. So we go ahead and go into this one bar. You remember the whiskey bar?
Yeah.
That was on 5th Street?
It used to be there, right?
It used to be. It's something else. So I was like, well, I don't know what this is. Let's just walk in here, guys, because Nick wants to sit down somewhere quiet so we can talk about some things.
Right.
So let's go in here. And we ordered a mojito for Nick, and because we asked the bartender, like, hey, can they make a mojito? And the guy, he's like, and the guy, when we went there, he's just dancing at the bar. He's like, what's up, fellas? We just gone, man. Seriously, asked him. He's like, yeah. And we were like, can you guys? I know it's like, can you make a mojito? My friend here has been looking for one all night. And I see your selection of fine alcohol here, because it looked like what they specialize.
Oh, okay.
And like making like specialty drinks.
Yeah.
Like a mojito. And he's like, I'm the bar back, but I'm gonna get the bartender over here.
Oh
like,
shit!
The fuck, we looking like okay, all right, we don't know what's happening, but okay. So he got the bartender. The guy's like, you guys want a mojito? And it's like, well, he wants a mojito. Like 3 mojitos coming up. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you want one? Trust me. And he just takes off and he starts making these mojitos. Comes back and he starts putting just like he gets like a Visine dropper and starts putting shit in there. It's like, hold your horses, gentlemen. And we're like. Whoa. All right, what the fuck is happening, man?
Oh no,
I kind of see where this is going.
I kind of have an idea. I think I know exactly where this is going. Okay,
and so he went ahead and made 3 mojitos.
Yeah,
and Craig is like, and because he even came back and like started making. We were about to drink. Like, no, hold your horses, gentlemen, hold your fucking horses. And we were like, hey, you know what though? He's mixing it. Yeah. He's a mixologist. He's doing something to this. That's gonna be wonderful. Yeah, he went over there and
PhD in mixing
in mixology. Yeah. And so yeah, pretty hard dick. That's what PhD says. Well, he mixed it with his
He's mixing it with his dick.
He mixed it with his PhD. But no, he actually made them, and we were like, man, this is pretty damn good.
Yeah,
this is good. I'm glad we got this. And I was telling him, man, I'm glad I came in here because I'm just another place I know where they can make a good mojito. Now. Craig paid, so he put down $24. I saw him pull out $24, and I don't know how much it was, but that's what I saw him put down.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there for a little while talking. Now there's this Indian guy, and he's looking straight up Hindu. He's like has the beard. He got one of those terrorist beards.
Oh no, Apu was working too that night.
I guess I shouldn't call him Hindu. No. And they say terrorist also.
No, you know, hey, why they gotta be terrorists?
Getting all religions mixed up and everything and practices. But no, he was one of those Indian guys who had like no mustache but had a long, almost Arabic type beard.
Really?
And a ponytail and and
sounds like Amish.
Yeah, he did. He looked like that. He looked like he had an Amish beard.
Yeah.
But since he was brown, of course, I had to like associate it with a terrorist.
Yeah, I put him in one of those Starburst commercials.
Yeah, if he had come over and said "Sim Salabim," that wouldn't have surprised you. Look like
another contradiction.
But like that commercial.
Yeah, the walking contradiction.
I'm Scottish Korean.
Yeah.
But
I'm Amish Hindu.
I'm Amish Hindu terrorist.
Yeah.
But he came over and we asked him. We said, "Hey, man, is it too late for us to get 3 Lone Stars?" And he's like, yeah. And we were like, okay, we were just asking because, we noticed it was like 30 minutes left. We didn't know if he closed early or not. He's like,
right.
Well, maybe it's too late because what did he say? Maybe it's too late for you because you paid a tab that was $24 and you didn't even leave a tip. And I was like, oh, man, excuse me. I'm sorry. I said, my friends here, they're from London. They don't tip over there. We'll be happy to tip. And he just started getting sassy. And he's like, well, honey, I'm from India, and that's no. And we're just like, honey, wait a minute, okay.
Oh no!
Did he just like?
Yeah,
we're gay bar.
You guys should have figured that out when they were making them drinks. Like when you see a bartender getting that excited about making a fucking mojito,
I know
you are not in Kansas anymore, buddy. I mean, usually when you go to a bar, because I was telling those guys we were downtown on 6th Street, and they're like, "Oh, I wonder if they have a mojito," and I was like, "Dude, don't even fucking ask, man. You're gonna go to half these bars, they're gonna tell you to fuck off immediately. They just want you to get a beer, fucking leave them a tip, and get the fuck out of there." And I told those guys, look, man, when you're here, be sure to leave a tip because they were telling me stories where bartenders were getting pissed off at them, and I was like, yeah, dude, because you're not fucking tipping.
So they've gone through this before.
Yes, and I told them, I was like, you got to tip, man.
Because last night Nick was acting like
oblivious.
He was acting like this is the first time because the guy came over.
That's bullshit.
And I couldn't, I couldn't be mad at that dude. First of all, the bar was empty. That's why we didn't know it was like a gay bar or anything. Some told me when the guy was dancing, but I just like. Well, they just got they got a gay bar back. He's happy.
Maybe he just got a job. He's happy to be working. In this
that
economy,
was his first day on the job.
In this economy, I'll be dancing around too. Yeah. I got a job. I'm making drinks. Woo! This is the life.
Yeah. No, we stayed. We didn't run out of anything. But it was just kind of like. But I did tell him, I was like, now, when this dude is up there talking about honey, he's mad. When the gay guy says, well, honey, I was just like, and I had to tell but I did tell the guy, I had to get a little stern with him. I was like, hey, man, they didn't know. And he's like, look, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. And it's just, first of all, he's got that fucking beard. So to hear like that dude with that beard and, he's all tall and shit. And when he was working the bar, he looked like somebody out of Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. He looked like he was a bodyguard or something. Like he's all mad. When you talk to him, he's like, well, y'all didn't tip tonight. And it was like, oh shit, this is weird. No. But I had to tell him, like, look, man, they're from London. They don't tip.
They don't know any better. Yeah.
I said, we'll gladly, we're trying to make amends here. And he was like, well, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad at all. If I was mad, I was like, well, apparently something is irritating you because you brought it up,
and you keep bringing it up. Yeah. You keep going on when I just told you they don't know any better.
I said we're trying to actually make amends here, man. Yeah. So what do you want us to do? And he walked off, and I was just like, fuck, man. All right, you know what? Fuck him. Let's just go.
Yeah. At that point, he. You know what? I wanted to.
Well, actually, he came back with the Lone Stars.
Oh, okay.
So in his own way, he knew it was wrong.
Right.
It's just like a woman. Now, I'm not saying he's. This guy had. I'm not saying all gay guys, of course, are feminine. They're not. Believe me, I've seen some that didn't know, and they would whoop your ass if you even tried to like.
But at the same time, there are.
And this guy was a woman.
Yeah.
All right. He was feminine, and like a woman, he didn't really want to say I'm sorry. Right. He's his own way of walking off. And just being quiet, and like his way of saying I'm sorry was giving us the beers.
Yeah.
And I just
hey, that's cool.
And then Craig wanted to take that tip back. He's like, and Craig was like, well, he said forget about it. Like, no, Craig, leave the fucking tip.
Those guys, I swear to God, you gotta slap him around.
Leave the fucking tip,
dude,
man.
You're gonna piss off every fucking bar. They're gonna remember you. Don't worry, they're gonna remember.
Motherfucker come chasing after us with a sword.
I know.
You better bring your ass back here. I'll chop you to pieces.
They're gonna fucking pull the gimp out on you guys. That's what's gonna happen.
And that's what we thought. We were like, when we started putting all of it together, we were like, man, we're gonna wake up in the back and tied to a chair. Yeah. I'll bet you tip again next time, baby.
I'm gonna give you a big tip tonight, sucker.
You get this tip right here.
Here you go. But I'm from London.
I didn't know.
Well, now you know. If you don't know, now you know. No, I try. You know what? And I really tried to get that in their head. I was like, look, dude, you do have to tip. I mean, tip them $1. If you get a drink, tip them at least $1. I mean, because I could tell the bartenders were getting pissed off, because I know I hooked up with them at one bar, and I can already read the faces off the bartenders, like they were kind of.
Did you tell them to tip?
Oh yeah, I did. No, I did. I mean, there was even when I left a tip. We got drinks, and one of the guys ended up paying, and I noticed that there was no tip. There's no tip. So I when they took off, I put money in there. So,
Jesus,
but that was a whole 50 cents.
And the thing is, Nick. Okay, so you say you told him because Nick was.
I fucking told Nick. I know Nick likes to play stupid.
Now Nick last night, he was like. I mean, he really, and I should have known because Nick was trying to.
Nick should know better.
He was overacting.
He's been here before. All right,
that's the thing. He's been here before. Yeah. And last night, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah,
Dan, good point, man. He's sitting up there last night. He was just overacting. He's like, oh man, oh God, I'm so, I feel like such a knock. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Oh God, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm like Nick, it's just tip. It's okay, yo.
Yeah.
That gay guy did something to him, man. He that shit home.
Yeah.
What he did is probably worse than any bouncer would have done. When a man sit up there, there's something about when a gay guy they sit up there and use that word honey and cock their hips and shit. Mm-hmm. It's like. I don't know. That's like your mom, punishing
yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. It's like, and the thing is, it's one thing when you get slapped by a girl. It's another thing when you get slapped by a guy who's acting like a girl because deep down, he's still a fucking guy. He's going to put some brute force in that fucking slap. Slap their asses back across the pond with that no tipping shit.
They got a fucking tip, man.
I know. I told him, man.
They just something last night.
Yeah, they're just
stupid.
They're having a good time, but. Yeah, the thing is, your good time ain't gonna last too long when you're pissing off the bartenders.
Well, the thing is, you don't want to be, because we know how it is here, man. Yeah. When you don't tip, I mean, people don't, they don't like that shit. It's embarrassing when they look at you.
Yeah.
And plus when it's more embarrassing when you ask for another. The thing is, I can't be associated with that.
Yeah.
Because everybody's always thinking already black people don't tip.
Oh yeah, I know.
See, I got to tip extra on top of my tip. I got to give the black tax.
You're eyeballing other black people when they're in the bar,
I'm
making sure they're tipping. Are they tipping? Because I do this. If I see a Japanese or a Mexican person and I see they're about to leave, and I'm looking down on that tip, going, please don't fucking live up to the stereotype that we're trying to destroy.
Man, thank you. I had an ex-girlfriend of mine, black, worked at a restaurant, knew the tip, but had to say, you know what? Love black people. I'm always going to defend black people, but this shit here when they go to restaurants, they don't fucking tip.
You know what they say that about? And you know you're right, because I knew a Mexican girl who said the same fucking thing about Mexicans. She's like, fucking Mexicans, they do not fucking tip. And I'm Mexican, god damn it, assholes. It's like, don't come up to me treating me like I'm fucking your daughter and then fucking leave with no tip, because I'm not your fucking family, or I'm not in your family. I don't want to be.
Jesus.
And that's the thing. Usually, I mean, I've been around that group of waiters for years, so yeah, we know that minorities don't tip. And neither do people from abroad.
Oh, you know what? Tip. Yeah. And here's the thing: rich white people,
yes,
do not.
They're the
tip.
worst. Yeah,
what is up with that, man?
They are the worst, and those are the motherfuckers that will tell you you're doing a great job, you're doing outstanding. Like they'll even come by, they'll get up from the table and walk over and tell you what a great job you're doing. And then they give you like the most shitty tip while they fucking roll off in their Benzes. The motherfuckers.
Let me change that. They tip, but they tip shitty.
They tip shitty.
They tip like 5%.
Yeah.
I mean, you were rich, you were white. Why? Yeah. You had no excuse.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I had to take on a job where I was basically being a waiter. And it was a group of white people. I mean, a big table, and I realized that they just got back from church. It was on a Sunday. I did my job. I needed to get paid, so I did a badass job. And of course, they complimented me. And then as soon as they left, I looked on the table, and you know what they left for a tip?
What?
One of those fucking booklets about finding Jesus.
Oh, motherfuckers, you motherfuckers, boy.
And they even left that shit in the bathroom. You know what I did? They left that shit in every single bathroom. You know what I did? I collected all those fucking books, and as soon as I saw that last car, I fucking grabbed those. I threw them out the car.
You threw them out? Are you serious?
Yeah, I threw them. Yeah.
And they just laughed.
Yeah.
Jesus, right. Bitch.
Hey, even Jesus tipped on the cross. You know.
I just see you throwing that shit at them.
I didn't care.
That's why they drove off real fast. They probably get it every Sunday somewhere else.
Bitches! Yeah. Get back here, you old bitch!
Find God, motherfuckers!
What, is God paying for your fucking meal too?
Yeah. Be funny they pay it all.
Oh my God!
Jesus has our wallet.
That's fucking that'll get you fucking pissed.
That will piss you off.
Because if you don't tip, I mean, a lot of people look at that as that's judgment on your work. If you don't get tipped, that's somebody telling you did a fucking horrible job. That's all that is.
Yeah.
So a lot of people a lot of bartenders get offended, especially when it's a group of people. When you have more than like 3 people and they're ordering like $6 drinks, which you will do if you go to the highball.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that's a big tab. And the thing is, when they don't get a tip for that, I mean, it's a bitch, because I don't know what exactly the minimum wage is for a bartender right now, but it's not great. I mean,
well, I mean, if you got to pay to play, man. If you're gonna go somewhere and you want to, and you're willing to spend the money on food and drinks, just be prepared to figure in the tip, Nick.
That motherfucker has no excuse, man. None at all. I don't care. I don't care what he's gonna tell us if he comes in to do the show about. I want to hear. I want to hear his fucking excuse.
Now Tyler would probably be like the guy, like, fuck it, I don't tip. I'd be like, well, I'm just gonna bring your little ass out no more. Stay there. But Nick got some sense. Nick should know better. Oh shit!
At least I used to think so.
And Nick telling me stories about how he lives down the street from Sting and Tim Burton and shit. I'm like, hey man, if you give, I know you got a little bit of cash. Right. You're always trying to play that I'm broke shit, but nah, man, like I've seen your house.
Oh yeah.
He's all last night talking. He's trying to talk about like, I'm so sick of motherfuckers coming to my house talking about, oh, you have a nice home. Oh, look at this room. You have all these nice things. Like, you do.
I know. Shut the fuck.
You talking about?
Shut the fuck up. You know what I hate? I hate motherfuckers that live nice and fucking tell me that they hate people telling them they live nice.
Yeah, what the fuck? I mean, I'm trying to play this pauper shit with me. I'm just a poor boy like everybody else. Shut the fuck up.
It's already out there, dude. All right, too late.
God damn, everybody knows that. You ain't got no excuse for tipping.
Put a goddamn tip down. Got a goddamn show you telling people about that.
I'm kind of happy he's not tipping. Show that white people don't tip. Poor white people don't tip.
That's right.
Nick ain't poor though. British ass. Everybody thinks that British people are refined when they come over here and shit. I'm glad they seeing this shit. Hey, y'all ain't so charming now, are they, motherfuckers?
No.
Yeah, they mad because they like they thought they were gonna come over here and work those accents.
Oh,
and everybody gonna follow. That's it, bitch. You in Austin, man.
You are. Nobody gives two shits about that. Yeah, there's plenty of. There are already plenty of accents here. So.
Yeah, we got too many.
Yeah.
Shit. For some people, some people hate immigration so much they don't care what kind of accent you have. You can come on here and play that damn British royalty shit if you want to. I know some redneck motherfuckers. The moment they hear that, they're gonna think you from Mexico.
Yeah, you fucking speaking Cantonese.
Hey, you know what? You came from Britain. Take your ass over to Arizona and fight. You're gonna find your ass in a cage going back to Mexico.
You'll be speaking Cantonese. They'll be screaming at you to go fucking pick lettuce. Right? I don't care where you're from.
Yeah, don't give a fuck.
It's like, get the fuck out of my town. Get back to work.
Sausage fest. That's like what I kept hearing last night. Sausage fest. It's like, man, you and man, there's a college town in the summertime. If you want to work this shit, you're going to have to work this shit.
Good luck, though, because you know what? I have buddies who are in the military. And a lot of times when they go to any other town, they usually dress up in their uniforms to pick up chicks. You're in the military, you're dying to get back home to be on liberty and go out on the town dressed up in your uniform because you are guaranteed to get some pussy play.
Yes.
But you know what? In Austin, that shit doesn't work.
It don't work.
Because I had two friends that did that. And they're like, dude, wherever the fuck else I go, I get chicks like surrounding me. And in this fucking town, that doesn't happen. I'm like, yeah, dude. I don't know why, but sorry, this shit ain't working here.
For some reason, I don't know what it is about Austin. It's getting harder to pick up girls in Austin. I think this is a town that has adopted this mentality of like, we're a happening place. We want to have this LA mentality. These hipsters around here trying to get that shit going. Yeah. And the ladies here, you got to put in some work. And a lot of times it ain't even work. It's like, I choose you. I choose you, Pikachu. You ain't got no control over it.
And what's depressing too is that of course, we got UT here. So around school year, I think the ratio of girls to guys, like the ratio is like through the roof as far as how many girls are here to guys. And the thing is, a majority of the girls in this town are fucking beautiful. Yes. You get really spoiled living in this town, looking at so many amazing fucking girls. I'm fucking walking and there's times when I've actually been in the Walmart during the day. I'm talking early in the morning where you're like, usually if you go to Walmart like at 3 a.m., it's Mutant City. When you go there like early in the day where everyone's waking up, ready to start their day, go out to the beach. That fucking place turns into the Playboy Mansion where you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Only in Austin, Texas.
Yeah, that's just shit. I swear there's a car wash around here where they got fucking chicks working your shit.
Yeah, usually that thing too. There's usually a car wash almost during the summer. You're guaranteed to find a car wash in every corner with hot girls like waving you down. You're like,
they're like
damn,
some fucking
stop it.
Half that shit is they're underage. So I don't want to even. I don't even know what that shit is allowed.
Yeah.
You got some 13-year-old girl out there washing your car just because she's like hormones now gave her tits.
Right.
You got these. And the thing is, you always got these perverts out there, like these old guys out there, like watching these girls clean their cars. Like I saw Leon the other day getting this time of year, Leon's car is shining.
He's going through every corner like it's his job. I was like, Leon, what are you doing, man? You just got your car washed.
It's spotless.
Yeah. I'm just seeing which one's the best. That's all.
Ask him how you keep your car so clean, Leon. By the tender hands of 13-year-old girls.
Oh no! We're gonna get him arrested. Don't
I know it, but he don't touch him.
Yeah.
He's just standing over there hanging out by the coffee machine, just looking.
Yes. I was wondering why he got his windows tinted.
What'd you say?
I was wondering why he got his windows tinted.
Oh, that's his afro when he gets in the car.
Oh, God.
That fool, man.
No, it's scary, man. And these days, you can't tell who's 15 anymore, who's 18.
I know, man. You got to be careful. And girls are hiding. I'm telling those guys, man, and that's what I told them last night. I said, look, it is the summertime. This is a college town. A lot of girls have left.
Yeah.
And you got a lot of guys out here latching on to
whatever's left.
Whatever slim pickings you have left behind. Yeah.
The residue of all the hot chicks.
Yeah, of all the hot chicks. I always think of that when you're talking about religion, I always think of that story Left Behind where you remember like people just wake up one day and half of humanity is gone.
Oh, yeah.
And just, there's just a few people left.
In the wasteland.
Like one day you just wake up in Austin, and half the girls are just gone. Half the hot girls are just gone. Mm-hmm. And you left with the evil looking girls, you know, and then a few hot girls. But those few hot girls are just always surrounded by guys with hard-ons.
Oh, yeah. They're just dying to be their friends. And
these girls know that. Maybe that's it, co-host. Maybe it's not even a mentality thing. It's just like, hey, when half those girls leave town, the girls who are left, they're getting all the attention.
Yeah, they are.
They don't need you to like push up on them.
You'd be surprised how many times, there'd be like, let's say there's like 3 girls in the room.
Yeah.
2 of them are like super hot.
Yeah.
And you got one that's okay. I won't go as far as saying ugly because all women are beautiful.
Oh, and all women are beautiful. In the eyes of these guys right here.
Inside and out, dude. Yeah. When you're looking south, it's all beautiful. but
when you ain't got no choice.
But you know what? I guarantee you, when those 2 girls take off, and that one girl is stuck in a room with a bunch of guys, there's gonna be a few guys who's like, you know what?
Oh yeah.
I just got to try to tap that. I just got
something.
I got to.
Something.
Like got breastises.
Yeah. Like the other night, boy. The other night we were hanging out.
Yeah.
We took them to this place, Annie's something. Mm-hmm. And it was a lot of people. There was a lot of girls.
Yeah.
They didn't want to talk to them, though. They were there.
Dude, I was about to say, yeah, go ahead.
It was more guys than girls. But
yeah, that's true.
There were some girls there.
Yeah.
I was like, look, on a Monday night, this is about as good as it's going to get. And everybody knows it. Yeah. That's why you got competition here. Mm-hmm. So either you got to step up to somebody or feel free to just window shop.
You know what? On that weekend that we were hanging out, I took them to 2 clubs that I would usually never step foot in. Only because I knew that there would be just all kinds of like upscale girls hanging out there. And you know what? That weekend there was. I was actually shocked by how many girls were hanging out on this balcony of this one club we went to. It was called like Pig's Pub, I think. Which don't let the name mislead you. There's plenty of hot girls in that place, but it's right. It was right next to Maggie Mae's.
I know what you're talking. I'm trying to remember the name. It's like on 6th Street.
Yeah, it's on 6th Street. So we go up there, and half the time I'm thinking, man, these dudes they're playing with their accents, they were dying to meet some girls. I'm just thinking it should be easy. I mean, and when we got up there, it looked like the majority of the people up there were female. And they were dancing to some real shitty music, but they were dancing. Yeah. And as soon as we got drinks and everything, I'm waiting for these guys to work their magic because, they're dying to meet some girls.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, it looked like Revenge of the Nerds right there, stuck in the corner, or 16 Candles where you got the nerds stuck in the back of the wall, like just hanging out by the walls, looking through their night vision goggles, looking at the girls, and I was like standing there like going, "You guys gonna do anything? Or are you just gonna hang out here and sing old songs from London?" Yeah. from London town. Oh man, I never seen a group of guys so nervous, but I was like, "Oh well, man."
But
I couldn't blame them. Yeah, but I couldn't blame him. I've been in that situation.
I don't push up on girls.
No, I don't. I'm like, hey, man, just at least we're having a good time looking. Yeah, window shopping.
I just have fun hanging out with them. And Craig has a girlfriend anyway.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So he's not even. He's just out there. Yeah. He's out there punching people in the middle of the street. I heard he laid some guy out because somebody's trying to pick a fight with him.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually dying to hear that story. He told us. But the thing is, when that incident happened, we were nowhere near him. It's like something happened while we were there. Somebody did something to Nick. Nick had no clue. Nick was oblivious to it. And we were walking out, and somehow Craig noticed, did something about it, and he ended up wandering off in a confrontation that we didn't even see.
I think he said he turned the corner, and there were like 5 other guys. He's like, time to get out of here.
He turned the corner. You know what? Thank God he did, because that would have sucked trying to look for that guy and find him in a pool of blood or something, or getting arrested, man. Because honestly, I was looking, and when I told him when he was telling us about it, I was like, dude, what the fuck? You should have came and got us.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
But I mean, like I said, it was crowded that night downtown. Mm-hmm. Which
what was going on?
That night, nothing. Which was, I was shocked.
Crowded, huh?
Yeah, I was like, hey man, they were already downtown. So, me and Grant actually from Leog, we went to go meet them, and that place was fucking packed, man. I mean, maybe it was because it was the weekend after the Rot Rally, but I don't know if people were still in town, probably not, but it was fucking packed.
Rot Rally, that motorcycle thing that comes into town.
Right. It was crazy though. It was crazy packed, man.
Wow. Yeah, I wish, in a way, I wish I was there, and after hearing how drunk everybody was, in a way, I'm like, maybe I didn't need to be there.
Dude, it was crazy. Yeah, we don't know. Our car at the end of the night looked like a fucking clown car.
That's what my car trying to drive them around.
Yeah.
Because one night we brought this this Dutch guy with us from the hostel.
Oh yeah, from the hostel. Yeah,
he was
we
cool.
were hanging out with him that night.
Yeah, and I felt bad because when I took him to that place, Annie's, like they were looking for girls. You know, I know what they were looking for, and nobody was talking to us except for this man. I don't know what happened.
Yeah,
I walked in and I noticed that there was this. She was tall and she was big. I know that's the first thing. This big, tall, blonde,
Large Marge,
just dancing in the middle of the floor, and I was just like, "Who the fuck is this chick?" And so I started talking to these guys. It was a weird night because I remember I walked in. This guy, of course, had one of those real deal run-ins. This guy was like, "Hey man, I know you."
Carlito,
yeah, Carlito. He's like, "What's your name, man?" And really, I'm not lying. He was like, I was like, why, man? I don't want to say my name. Like, right. I already had an incident. I told somebody my name, and it didn't go too well. And I was like, what's up, man? He's like, you used to be on TV. I was like, yeah. He's like, what did you do? And I was like,
what did I do?
You're
the one who saw me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you tell me.
It was a movie show, ring a bell. Yeah, you used to do that crazy movie show, man. Hey, man, I'm somebody you need to know.
Oh shit!
I was like, give me a card, man. He's like, oh, I don't have a card. Give me your number. I was like, no.
I don't have a card, but I have this knife.
Now give me your number and everything in your wallet. I was just like, I gave him a number. I gave a number, not my number.
Right. I was about to say what?
Yeah, it's like because he borrowed somebody else's cell. Rockin' and rollin'. Cell phone. I was like, okay.
Oh, right. Yeah. If he's borrowing somebody else's cell phone, did he borrow somebody's cell phone to put your number in?
Yeah. Some friend he was hanging out with, and I know he asked one guy. He was like, "Let me use your cell phone to get this." And the guy was like, and he got it from this other guy. And that guy was like, "All right." And he's like, "Now give me your number." And I was like, "In the number." And I was like, "Okay, well, good seeing you, man." And I turned around. Right when I turned around, that big chick was right behind me, and she's like, "Do you know them?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "No, dude." No, I don't know. I just met her. I think he knows me.
Yeah.
She's like, where are you from? I was like, I live here. She's like, I'm from Norway. I was like, okay, I'm Corey. How are you? I was like, who are you? I'm Hannah. And I was like, all right, Hannah. We talked for a little bit, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go meet my friends over here. I walked back to the guys. I'm like, hey man, this big chick that just came up. That one we saw coming down, she just walked up behind me out of nowhere. And I had to get rid of her. I was like, and they talk about, well, like that big chick right there. And I turned around and was like, hi. And I was like, oh, I'm not lying, man.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm not lying. I was like, and I just got straight with her. I just said, I said, so what are you guys doing? I said, you guys, and she had a real cute friend with her. Real cute friend one had nothing to do with us. You know, she was out going around flirting with other guys.
She recognized those accents.
Yeah. She can't, And I don't think they like English people. I don't know British people. I don't know what it was, but because when I told them, I said, I said, it's funny that you're from Norway because I'm here. It's very international tonight. I'm here with some friends from the UK.
Those motherfuckers.
What?
Fuck
her accent went away. She sounded like she was black. Fuck them motherfuckers.
Where are they? They play terrible football.
I will smash. Because I play terrible football. We went to a bar last night and they said the guy bartender told me, like, well, I would tell you good luck tomorrow.
But dude, those guys in that football game got embarrassed.
Yeah, I heard they just terrible.
No, that night, that was the night we went out. That was the night where it was like fucking embarrassing for their soccer team, and everyone was fucking making jokes at their expense. Oh
no, one of these guys can't get laid around here. Fucking home team is embarrassing them. Man, I tried to like bounce this chick off because it was the Dutch guy was kind of like, hey, I'll take her. I was like,
I'll do anything at this point.
I was like, because I told a friend, I was like, the friend came over first trying to pull her away, and when she saw like I wasn't interested, then she gonna be like, hey, you like my girl here? And I was like, fuck, man. I said, hey, my friend over here, you might, and she's like, no, I want to talk to you. I was like, I was like, so you guys, what are you doing? Looking for men? She like looked at me like, aren't we all? Like she's just gonna pick me up and put her over her shoulders and walk out. She's like, where's the after party? I was just like,
oh no.
And Craig saved me, man. He got on the phone. It's like, Corey, Chris, it's across the street. He's meeting us over at the bar. Come on. I was like, all right, for Frying Fish, like, you leaving my girl? What about my? I was like, we'll be back. Well, we'll
see.
Get the fuck out of here.
Don't call us, we'll call you.
Yeah, exactly.
That is hilarious, man. Well, the night we were hanging out, I felt bad for this. Okay, well, while those guys were, that night when I assumed those guys were, going to put their A game on, be drawn in, chase left and right, I was like, man, I'm curious what they're going to get, because goddamn Will knows I'm gonna get some fucking, I'm gonna get the leftovers, but
the crumbs.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the crumbs. I'm gonna get that short chick with the buggy eyes.
Yeah, like in that movie we saw last night.
It's funny, the more we talk about those guys, the more I think like Nick is like the Adam Sandler in that movie, where he's playing down his success. He's like, oh, no, I don't have.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't have an assistant.
Yeah, we saw Grown Ups last night, people, and Adam Sandler plays a guy who is a big Hollywood executive, but he tries to, he just wants to be like an everyday guy from his friends.
He plays it down so hard.
He tries to act like his maid or his au pair or whatever is like an exchange
student that they're helping out.
Helping out, and he doesn't want everybody to know that. He's trying to play out his wealth, and that's what Nick is trying to do. Exactly. That bitch sit up there like, oh no, I'm just an average Joe like you guys. What is that? He said, I'm just a bloke.
I'm just common bloke.
You a fucking bullshit is what you are.
Well, that night when we were hanging out, like I said, I was waiting for them to pull their A game, and that wasn't necessarily happening. But there was this one guy, right, and he was like a short. I don't know if he qualifies as a midget. He wasn't a midget. He was just a real short guy. He looked like one of those horse jockeys.
Okay,
right?
That's what I'm talking about. He was a jockey.
Yeah, he was a horse jockey. So he comes walking by, right, and me and Craig, we catch him. We see him in the corner of our eyes, and he's walking around with like 3 hot fucking girls, and we're just like, whoa, what the fuck? And Craig, he looks at him. He's like, all right. So as soon as they walk by, Craig decides to tap the guy on the shoulder. And all I'm thinking is like, leave that guy alone.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, he don't.
Craig was one. Craig. Tyler was the one that did.
No.
Craig seems all right.
Craig was the guy who tapped him on the shoulder. It was like, all right, man. He lifted up his hand to give like a high five or a shake or something. And that guy looked at him and was like, what? Do I know you? He's like, oh no, man. He's like, no, it's badass. And he's like, why? You hanging out with them? And I was like, oh god, this looks like it's gonna go bad. So I was like, hey man, they're admiring you because you got them hot ass girls with you, dude. That's badass.
My sisters.
Yeah, I know, right? He's like, oh yeah, thanks, man. He's like, yeah, mate, it's great. And he's like, oh, where you from? So they get into a little conversation, and we're kind of laughing it up. And all I'm thinking is, this guy's short. And for a second, I'm like, you know what? Maybe we should leave him alone. I don't know why I'm thinking this, but as soon as they get done talking, that guy, the horse jockey guy, turns around and he's looking around, and those girls are fucking gone.
Oh!
And all I'm thinking is like, oh man, that fucking sucks. And fuck, we picked up another straggler.
And now he's hanging around you guys.
Yeah, he made us into, he's going to make us into super kryptonite now.
You made me lose my girls.
No, I was like, man.
Now you're cursed with me.
I felt bad, dude. I honestly felt bad for that guy. I was like, hey, where'd those girls go?
Oh.
And I'm looking around and I'm like, oh, fuck. And I'm actually trying to help the guy. Where'd they go? And I was like, Craig, sorry, dude. Yeah.
Like he was on his way out with them.
Yeah.
But you know what, man? He wasn't going to get anything.
Oh man,
you probably saved him from getting like.
Oh no. He went out and looked for them. He took off. I was like, dude,
he went out in the middle of the street.
Hello, girls. Girls. Where you see the girls? Excuse me, you seen 3 guys walk by? Where'd they go? Excuse me.
People looking down. What the fuck?
I was like, man, I want to go. Sorry, dude. We just happen to be like super kryptonite around these girls tonight.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
You fucking it up for everybody else around you.
For a second, I was like, oh, cool. Maybe he'll bring his girls over to mingle with the guys. They have a good experience. No, fuck.
You bring your misery to everybody else. You curse the people around you.
That guy was the shit. He was the money that night.
And those girls like, you have the stench of loser on you. Yeah. We can't hang out with you.
I hear accents.
Are those Brits in town? Leave those fuckers alone.
Poor guy.
Hey girls, let's go find some Mexicans.
I know. I saw when we were leaving that club. I saw him on the stairway, fucking texting somebody. He was by himself, and I was just like, "Sorry, dude.
Please answer me, you sons of bitches." That's the last time I do a high five.
Yeah. That high five cost him his night, man. Oh man, Craig,
your lifeline was cut. I looked at Craig. I was like, "Good going, Craig."
you bastard, man. You curse this dude.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man. It's funny, man. This time of year, people get weird. It's like. It's like all the girls are gone and the gay guys get more aggressive, boy. Oh, I'm not lying. Actually,
at that club that you were at?
No, not at that club. Was it that night after? No, it wasn't even with them.
Yeah.
I believe it was Sunday night.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Sunday night. I went over to the Red Fest.
Yeah.
Jabbar and I you haven't met Jabbar yet. He's the one doing a lot of promotion for the con. But I was helping Jabbar do some promotion at the Fez, and then when it was over with, I was walking to my car. Behind me, I hear, Brent! I just keep walking. I just figured like somebody just honking their horn. I hear, Brent! I turn around and say, who the fuck is honking their horns at somebody? And I see this truck, and it's full of these big dudes, man. At least from where I can see. I'm not very close.
Yeah.
I'm nearsighted, so I couldn't. It looked like it was some big dudes in the car. I knew it was more than one. And I hear one of the guys say, "Can we talk to you?" And I just smiled. And I was like, "You don't want to talk to me."
In that voice, you can't.
Yeah, no. And I just keep walking. I was like, "You do not want to talk." I said, "No, it wasn't like you don't want to talk." I just kind of like, guys, you don't want to talk to me." And they're like, "Yes, we do."
Oh,
and that's that point where I like start speeding up a little bit because I know how girls are now. Like, shit, this is how girls feel when they get hit on by guys and they think they're about to get raped. And they were like, "Yes, we do." And I just start speeding up. I was like, "I'm flattered, guys, but no, you don't." And they're like, "We have money." And I was like, "Okay."
Whoa, what?
Like, at this point, I'm like, you know what? They're just fucking with me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think that they want.
Right.
Actually, I just try to test. You know,
they don't even want my ass.
I walked
Fuck
away.
them.
And that's when I put my ass down. I was like, "What's wrong with this?
Yeah. You ain't got enough money for this
right here.
This right,
bitches."
Yeah. Spread your butt cheeks.
Yeah. Hey, you like that? And then they
no. Priceless.
And then Donnell yesterday. That dude Donnell, the cancer patient I told you about, who I think is like becoming more.
God, did he jump you?
Okay.
Oh.
I can show you.
That was a joke.
It got weird with him yesterday.
Oh, no.
2 things happened.
Yeah.
I get out of my car, and I see him walking. And I sometimes, and this is before I even stopped, I was like, should I keep driving or should I stop? He's close enough to where, like, well, I'll just seem like an asshole now. So I get out the car.
Yeah.
And he comes up, and he's like, "Mr. New York," because apparently people have been telling him I was in New York when I actually went around because I want to deal with him.
Right.
He's like, "Mr. New York, how you doing?" And I'm just like, "I'm fine. I haven't seen you in so long. When'd you get back?" "Oh, my brother, I love you." And he hugs me hard.
Oh, shit.
And I'm just like, "All right, Donnell, I'm good. And I start making my way, towards the house. I'm like, I can't talk right now, man.
Yeah.
He's like,
I'm busy.
He's like, it's just so good to see you. You are looking, iridescent and astute." And I was like, okay. He said, "Do you know what that means?" And I don't want to get into it. I'm just like, for one thing, I don't know what it means.
I do know what it means. Yeah, I know exactly what it means.
Yeah,
all right.
It means
thanks a lot. See you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it means leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
No, I tell him, I was like, "Yeah, well, they're big words. That sounds good. Hey, nice." He's like, "Iridescent means handsome, and astute means you are scholarly, and you are not going to live long because I am going to hug you to death."
Whoa.
I was like, all right, Donnell, okay, well, I'm just joking around. Please don't do that. I'm just, so,
Donnell, you fucking drunk again? What are you doing?
Well, here's the thing. He's looking more and more like a queen, too. It's like when I first met him, he looked like some bum off Sanford and Son or something.
Right.
Now he's walking down the street wearing like these Elizabeth Taylor shades. He's wearing these fancy hats now. He's got his shirt open with jewelry hanging down. He's wearing these really weird earrings, like chandelier earrings or something.
So he's like Grady from Sanford and Son dressed up like Elizabeth Taylor.
With minus the Grady beard. And he's and the funny thing is like he's getting more queen-like, but I think he's getting sicker because he's missing teeth now and everything. So I don't know. Maybe he just said, "Fuck it, I'm about to die soon. I'm just letting it all out."
You need to go buy him some of those vampire teeth, those plastic ones, so he doesn't look too bad. Here you go. Put these on, dude, please. All right. Your teeth keep poking my eye every time they fall out of your mouth. You spit your teeth on me.
Yeah, and then I can see him walking down the street because you know those teeth glow.
I know.
Correct.
Oh shit.
Black. Correct.
Yes.
What you say? Get a little vampire.
Yeah. You're looking effervescent.
Do you know what that means?
Oh shit. God damn it, stop drinking and put that goddamn dictionary away, dude. That fucking thesaurus that you carrying around with.
That voice you make, I can just see him doing that with those teeth in his mouth.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Those fangs showing.
That's my friend Corey. He bought me a new set of teeth. They glow in the dark, so I'm sure never to get lost.
Oh my God! But here's the other thing that happened with him that's weird. This is what makes me think he's just like finally bypassing that whole "you're my brother in Christ" and finally. Wait a minute, I have to do an interview with K.I. today. So.
Oh, okay.
Hello. This is him. Sure. The website came together because it was an extension of a cable access show that we did. I did this show for about 10 years. After I decided to stop doing the show and realized like we can get a bigger audience on the internet, I started doing it as an animated internet show. And then a company in New York noticed, and then they told me like, hey, you could work for us to develop this and, you know, do it for a living. Yeah, it was started out as an animated internet show, which is kind of what the website is now. So. Yeah, we all started here in Austin. We were a bunch of friends who were just doing movie reviews just to watch movies for free, and then we started doing the animated thing, and then that's when it took notice on the internet.
Okay, so what are people going to get out of this weekend?
The main goal of the weekend is to promote the site itself first and foremost, but also to we have such a tight community that we want to bring in all the members of this community that we've grown online to have one place to congregate each other to enjoy what we think the site is about, which is movies, music, and art. Okay, no problem. And I need to be there by 3:30, right?
Sorry?
And I need to be there by 3:30, right?
Yes. And visually, what are you bringing with you?
Well, I sent you those photos. Are those JPEGs? Do I need to bring anything else?
No, that should work.
Okay.
We just wanted to make sure you weren't bringing any props. We'll just put that you're going to have pictures.
Yeah, no, I don't have any props or anything.
Okay, awesome.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hold on. Sorry about that.
Hey, no problem.
I have an interview at 3:30, which is why we're ending this soon, folks.
Yeah.
We're doing some promotion for the site. But
you should tell him, Corey, I don't do interviews.
Yeah,
that's it.
Speaks for
Keep
itself.
it real. Yeah. Go to the site.
Go in there and saying that I keep it real. Yeah. Everybody. We have a couple of people who made films that they did different versions of that theme.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Somebody's doing an acoustic version. I make it real.
Oh no!
Everybody now.
Hopefully, someone will do a Lady Gaga version of it. I'm dying to hear that one.
Yeah, man. What were we talking about though?
Oh, we were talking about your friend with the vampire teeth.
Oh man, but the other thing that he did real quick.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about this, man.
Yeah.
Like he has my number, but last night he told me that he might have been doing some crazy stuff and making him kind of crazy in the head. But last night around 2:00 in the morning, he calls me up, not for money, but he just says, I finally got my homing approved. I'm going to be moving. I just wanted to sit down and talk to you about it. And I'm just like, what? Why?
Yeah.
At 2 a.m?
Yeah, at 2 a.m. The perfect time to talk.
I know. It's like, man, you trying to get some booty.
That's called a booty call.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do when I'm looking for chicks. Hey, baby, what you doing? I'm just thinking about getting a house. How about we get together and we talk about that? Huh? Let's talk about it.
Let's talk politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I
got some tiles I want you to look at.
Yeah, hey, come here, look at this. Man, look at my etchings.
Yeah.
No, man, I think he's getting bold. I think he's working his way up to to test the waters to see if
he actually thinks he may have a chance. Is that what you're telling me?
I think that he's getting crazier in the head.
Just tell him, dude. Just be honest.
I'm about to ask him. I'm like, because I want to ask him anyway.
Yeah.
Donnell, are you gay? Which is cool, but I just see you.
Wait. Has he told you that he's gay?
No.
Oh, okay. So
I have not asked you yet.
Just don't.
I told you I was in his trailer one day, and he had a book that said gay Christians or something like that.
Okay, then he's gay.
Yeah. It was just a one book.
He's gay. It might as well say it said I'm gay.
Yeah, exactly. But what the hell is this? Yeah. So I don't know, man.
He's making you feel uncomfortable. So no, just be honest with him. Tell him, hey, dude, I don't mind talking, but I mean, you give me a lot of signals here. Should I don't want to break your heart.
Yeah, I guess he's making me uncomfortable because he's just not because he's gay. Like I said, I've been hit on before. It doesn't make me uncomfortable. I just want to get it out the way because, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, man. I think he's getting. I think I'm gonna get that day where he's gonna like try to get me.
Right.
It's gonna be real awkward then.
It's gonna be uncomfortable and it's gonna be awkward. Yeah.
Just
tell him, hey, dude, I don't suck dick, all right?
Yeah, hey, man. I don't suck dick.
Unless you got $1 billion.
I'll tell him, hey, I take it in the ass, but I don't suck dick. So we got to work this thing out. Okay? No. Wear the vampire teeth when you do it. Scream, Blackula, scream. Hey, man, before we get out of here.
God, I'm going to put a stake in my own heart.
I know. You want to read one email?
Yeah. Let's do it.
All right. Hey, I know people want us to do this battle cry. So, hey.
Let's do it. I thought we were gonna
Ghostie's sitting over there like, I've been waiting for an hour to get. Ghostie's gonna be there, man.
That's what I keep hearing.
Ghostie's gonna be at the festival making an appearance.
You better not fucking be getting drunk and forgetting about that shit, Goatsy. I know you. I partied with you before.
A couple of films with Ghostie in it. Actually, there's a really funny one about Goatsy.
About Goatsy?
Yeah, it's actually very funny.
You want to talk about motherfuckers that don't tip? The Goatsy right there.
Never tip.
And he fucking lives here in the fucking States.
Yeah.
Asshole.
In fact, goats don't tip, but they put their head in the tip jar and eat your tips.
Yeah, that's right.
So Goatsy, learn to tip, boy.
Son of a bitch.
All right, Goatsy up there. Are we gonna read some email? I'm ready to read email.
Are you ready? I'm ready.
Let's do this. Read some email. Rock,
that's right.
Rock.
2 for 1.
Whoa. Rock.
I love how the dog is looking at us right now like we're fucking crazy.
There's a dog in the room right now.
There's a dog in the room.
The thing is, this dog is old. You probably heard him walking around, shuffling. That dog is looking at me like, man, shut the fuck up. He's looking at me like, if I wasn't so old, I'd bite your ass.
That dog started barking at me and then he started to choke. He's just too old.
Yeah, he couldn't even get that bark out. Dust coming out his mouth and ass and shit.
Oh, shit.
And the dog looking at us like, well, y'all shut the fuck up. Let my old ass sleep.
I know. Trying to scratch my balls over here.
All right, man. Let me see what we got here.
Yeah.
I had it.
Make it a good one, Corey.
Oh, you know what? We forgot to talk about the Twilight people, but man, we ain't got no time. Yeah, shit, fucking Twilight people camping out.
Yeah, they're crazy.
For the red carpet. And that's the thing I got to think about. We'll talk about it later, but people camping out for shit. I just don't understand that.
I blame Star Wars.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing that made me say you don't need to camp out because I remember we had friends that did this. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
when they were camping out and because they wanted to be the first ones to get in because they're like, oh man, it's gonna be so hard to get. That's gonna be a hard ticket to get.
Yeah,
I went out there to visit them, and so and I swear to God, I think I told you this before. It's not an exaggeration. All my friends were camping out, Yehudi and those guys.
Yeah,
and the day when the movie opened up, because we already saw it at a pre-screening,
right?
But I knew I think the girl I was dating at the time, or maybe some friends of mine. We were with somebody and we wanted to see it again. And so this is for the first Star Wars movie that came out in the prequels. I get my ticket and I go in and talk to those guys. I say, "Are y'all still out here?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, I got my fucking ticket. Y'all still, and y'all supposed to be the first ones in, and y'all still waiting? And they're like, yeah, it's a long line with the tents in there. I was like, yeah, because everybody got packed these fucking tents up and everything.
Dumbass.
Yeah, dumbass.
Man, you know, the thing is, when I wasn't on the show, they had a episode 2. I remember going to that the first day, early morning, and there were people camped out in front of the theater I went to, and I went to buy my ticket for the first show. Got a ticket right there.
Yeah.
And I was looking around, looking at all the people outside. I'm like, oh, this doesn't make any sense. And as soon as I got in there, it wasn't even really that much of a packed theater. And I was just, it was mind boggling. I went outside and I still see people in their tents. I'm like, you guys, didn't you? Oh, you dumb.
Thank you, man.
This is so stupid.
Thank you. I mean, that's the thing.
It's them trying to prolong an event to make it even a bigger event.
Thank you, man. I couldn't have said it better myself.
That's all it is.
Well, today, I mean, I could say at one time where people waited in line for movies because I don't think we had as many theaters or screens in one theater as we do now. Things didn't come out as quickly as they do to video. There was a point when things didn't come out for years before you could see it.
Yeah.
And now it's just kind of like, man, there's so many screens you can get in.
Oh, yeah.
These fools are camped out, though, for the red carpet premiere. So they can see the stars. Look, I'm not a hater of Twilight like everybody else. I'm not. The movies do not bother me.
I just don't care. I'm like, whatever. Yeah.
I don't care enough. I mean, you and I saw Twilight. How many times I got to remind people we gave it a matinee?
Yeah.
And I still hold to that. I don't care.
Yeah, I do too. I don't care.
But I don't understand the phenomena that it has come. They're not great movies.
No, they're not. And it makes you wonder what's really going on in the mind of a preteen.
Apparently, crazy shit,
dude. Yeah, I know. But you know what? It's not my shit to figure out. I just watch the movies and critique them. And that's it. That's how I want to keep it. Man. I ain't got time to research this.
Yeah,
call up Carlisle. Do that.
Okay, I got some questions right here. Would you say Carlisle do that?
He'll do that for free.
That fool was mad. He don't like Toy Story. Well, let me change it.
I heard about that.
He likes Toy Story.
He likes it, but yeah, he's not fascinated with it. I'm like, hey, that's cool. That's your deal.
I just said next time you tell me I ain't got no soul. You remember this day right here, motherfucking one of the best movies in the world.
Yeah. But it's funny though. I like that. I have to tell this story sometime when.
What's up?
The first time I met him. I told him I didn't like Monsters Inc. and he went off on me. And I didn't even know him. I just looked at him like he was crazy. I looked at him like your gay friend. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
He just went. He got like. I couldn't tell if he was getting mad or if he was just frustrated that I just did not care for Monsters Inc. Because he really loved that movie, I guess. But I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And
I just looked at him like, all right, you're crazy. And I just walked away.
Yeah.
And then later on, I found out I'm working with him.
I know. You don't understand when people like don't like the things that you don't like. Because he asked me if I like the A-Team. I was like, man, it's not really. It's okay. I don't hate
what?
It. But he's like,
yes, I knew it. The K cool man over
you
here.
Didn't dig it.
Too cool for 18.
Man, I'm gone, man.
No, it's hilarious.
I want to hear that.
It was just weird because, like I said, I didn't know the guy. I didn't know him. So that was my first encounter with him. Yeah.
I'm trying to find a good question because we're just gonna read one.
All right.
Damn, I ain't fucking good. I gotta look, and his dog's up here looking.
I know, I'm having a good time watching your dog lick his fucking balls over here.
Oh shit! Let me try this. Mutton Chop Cartoons.
All right.
Let's see where this goes. Mutton Chop Cartoon says an LDT question that will give you a real good thought fuck. My dear LDT, my question is this. In your line of work, do you feel that the way critics analyze movies, they take them and reduce a film into nothing but rules that a film has to follow in order for critics to give it a good or negative review that follows film school teachings? God damn, there's a long ass sentence. I mean,
very involved.
I'm just going to keep going. Let's get
go. Yeah.
This is one sentence here. I'm going to read it again. Yeah. My question is this. In your line of work, do you feel that the way critics analyze movies, they take them and reduce a film into nothing but rules that a film has to follow in order for critics to give a good or negative review that follows film school teachings, making critics miss the context of a movie?
Oh.
It's a long-ass sentence, but I hear what you're saying.
It's a good question.
Also, have you or any of the other Spill.com crew ever done this before, but having gone back, saw that there was a good film then, you wanted to give it
I guess where we over-criticize something and realize,
God damn, I'm going to over-criticize this sentence you made right here. That can be way much more condensed, man. You got some words out there.
Are you sure that's not your buddy?
Yeah, no. What do you think, man?
As far as, there's times when I I guess what he's really, the point that he's trying to get across is, do critics seem sometimes out of touch with a lot of the movies they're reviewing?
Or do they
or they like overanalyze it too much?
Overanalyze it, or they adhere to some kind of, like he says, some sort of academic guideline or
to critiquing film, I guess. Even though you can't really go to school to critique a film. I mean, there's a lot of reviews that you can read that would probably think otherwise. But yeah, it depends. It really depends on the reviewer. I mean, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of reading reviews at all. Only because a lot of times when I do read reviews, let's say for like an Adam Sandler film. There are times when I read reviews that will tear apart an Adam Sandler film where it's like they're expecting like a Godfather, which I don't really mind, but at the same time I'm like, okay, you're really going a little, you're putting way too much thought into a movie like this. Mm-hmm. Where honestly, when I read a review about Adam Sandler, I want to know, is it funny or is it not? Don't start telling me about the whole film process and the what your idea is of a good first part, half part, beginning. It's like I don't need to get that into it.
Yeah.
But no, it depends on it. I think it depends on the film sometimes. Yeah, I think some critics go a little too far to where they're expecting something within their general taste. Like I know we know a lot of snooty fucking film critics that there are a lot of things that we like that they just tear apart for obvious reasons, because they're like, this is just like every other film and it's not trying to do anything original, and and they give in like their own personal views towards it, to where you're like, man, it just seems like you're not a fan of film.
Yeah. That is my biggest problem with critics of any kind, whether it be with movies or whether it be with books or whether it be with video games, whether it be with food. I mean, there are certain things. See, this is the deal. Everybody thinks you have to go to school to be somewhat of a critic for anything, and you don't. What you need to go to school for is to learn how to debate. You need to learn how to go to school probably to learn the technical aspects of something so you can speak the language, and you probably need to go to school to learn how to write. And you just need to know how to convey your thoughts clearly and back up your opinions. That's probably where the best thing of going to school or having some sort of academic background can help you. Now,
or somebody like us, well, at least like me, I didn't do any of that. But you know what? I at least know what I like, and for me at least, I may not be the best at trying to get that across all the time, but I can easily tell you if I like it or not, and give you some decent reasons why I think you should like it.
Well, that's that. See, and I don't want to argue against going to school or anything like that. 'Cause I see what you're saying. It's all about just being able to back.
No, if you're writing reviews, no, you do need to.
And you don't have to go to school for those things I'm talking about. You don't. I mean, I didn't go to school for writing. I didn't go to school. I never took a debate class. I think just experience of throwing myself out in front of people and throwing myself out in front of arguments, and sometimes being embarrassed, or sometimes learning how to argue with people.
Right.
I mean, or sometimes just learning to listen and hear people in conversation and pick up on things that I actually think would make me smart. And hanging around smart people, there's been a lot of times I've been the dumb one in a group, and I've just listened to people, and that was sort of my school,
that has a lot to do with just kind of insecurity, of course. But my logic is, if you're passionate about something, especially if you're passionate just about films and you know exactly what you like, I think it's easier for somebody to talk about, like, let's say a genre of film that they're really into, as opposed to like something like let's say like a documentary. If I'm not all into documentaries, I can't really. If I say I like this documentary, somebody asks me, why do you like it? Well, I like it because it told me this and that. It's like, well, I don't think it's as good as this other documentary that did this way better. I'm like, well, I'm not that well versed in documentaries, so I can't really argue that point. I get that, but I think as long as you're passionate about something, I think it'll come across. And a lot of times it'll come across when you're not even thinking about it. Yeah. I mean, I found myself in situations where I'm talking about a film genre that I'm into, or I can talk passionate about it all day long, but when it's another genre that I'm not too familiar with, let's say like film noir, I can't really argue it because I'm not well versed in it.
But you can actually see something and say, I don't know that much about it, but I know what I saw.
I can be honest. That's all I can do. Be honest about it.
This spoke to me. I liked it. So yeah, you don't have to be an expert in anything to like something. Do I need to be a chef that's gone to school and prepares fine cuisine to know I either like or don't like what's on my fucking taste buds, you know? No, I don't need to know that. I just need to know, like, it tastes good, and I can give you an honest opinion of that. It's a little bit probably more complicated with other forms of art or media, but where I get it upset or irritated with any kind of academic background with something is when people, they take that and, like you say, they become snobs. They hold it up to some standard that they were taught instead of, like, actually being honest with themselves.
About what they like, you know?
Or I'm educated now, and this kind of level of entertainment is beneath me.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can tell.
But you do meet those kind of reviewers sometimes.
Yeah. I was looking at I forgot the woman. She was a reviewer for the New York Times. I'm on a plane, and when you fly JetBlue, the New York Times has this deal to where they show these different different interviews that people that work for the New York Times conduct. This woman was interviewing. I don't think it was Pauline Kael. I'm sure that's the wrong name. But anyway, this woman was interviewing Ed Harris, and she asked Ed Harris, "So you have kids? You're in movies, but what do your kids do? They see your movies? What movies do you go see with them?" And he's like, I wanted to go see Tropic Thunder. That was funny. And this woman was like, "Well, I wouldn't know. I'm not going to see it." I was like, you know, when you already have this attitude, see, with me, a lot of people hate me when I tell them, and actually Carlisle and I had this argument a lot. I was like, look, man, I'm not going to, I will make fun of something just for a laugh. I might have predictions on something, but I'm not going to judge something completely if I haven't seen it. Yeah. And I'm just going to say you never know. And
That's true.
I mean, even the guys that make disaster movies, they might have a track record I don't like, but I'm going to be like, all right, you know what? If it's my job to go see this, I'm going to keep an open mind and go see it. And that's, and, you know, I'm not going to be snobbish about it. But something like Tropic Thunder, where people said, hey, this is funny. No, it's not exactly highbrow, but there's certain parts of smart entertainment that went in there, smart humor. It's not the whole way through, but even does it always have to be smart humor? Can't something just be goofy?
Right, exactly. You know? Which, you know, hey, like, I mean, you know what? Hey, I enjoy Adam Sandler films. I know they're not the greatest films, and they're not everyone's cup of tea. But there's times when I do enjoy watching an Adam Sandler film. But that's me. And, you know, and if you ask me about a certain film that he's made, and I go, hey, I enjoy it, and you go, well, how could? And I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, I enjoyed it. That doesn't mean you have to enjoy it. I really don't care if you enjoy it.
Well, it's just one of those attitudes of somebody's like, oh God, you know that.
Right,
guy.
where it's like, oh God, where you, if I told that lady, yeah, I took my kids to go see Adam Sandler, I'm sure she's thinking, why in the hell would you do that?
And even if somebody said, oh God, you know that movie, I don't know about that, and she's like, that's really not my thing, but just to say. I'm not gonna just have this
raise your nose to it,
I mean, she had this pompous attitude, and I'm just like, you know, that attitude is bad with anything. But when it comes to reviewing something, I mean, you're a critic, or you're a person whose your opinion is out there in front of the public, and for you to have this attitude, I think is unfair to the people you speak to. And just kind of shitty. On
as soon as a critic lets their audience know that they're biased towards the genre, then I think at that point that critic should not be allowed to watch a certain film. You know, unless he's just going to be honest. Or, you know, if I was like an editor, I'd have to tell a critic, look, man, I understand you don't like, because there was a guy writing for Entertainment Weekly. I can't remember his name, but he had a reputation for hating superhero films. And in every review, he was like, look, I hate this genre. I think it's stupid. And he would let you know he does not like it. And so when he's reviewing something like X-Men 2, he's like, look, this is why I think it's dumb, and this world just doesn't work. I'm like, why is this guy reviewing it? Because he already made up his mind before he walked in the theater.
Yeah, I'm like you, man.
And he's not even criticizing the movie.
I don't even mind somebody saying, I don't like this part right here, this genre, or anything. But I'm not a fan of this, but to let that, if you know you're going to like just hate it before you even talk about it, you don't need to review that. If you're going in with an open mind and saying, I normally don't like this, but I'm going to give it a chance, and I'm going to be honest with you when I see it. And if I can't see why this works for people, I'm sorry, if it doesn't work for me, I'm going to see why it works for people who are fans of this. Like I told people, you know what? You'll never see me going to a Miley Cyrus movie on my own. You know, especially like a Miley Cyrus concert movie. Like, why would I want to do that?
Right.
But for the sake of reviewing it, I wanted to see it. And you know what? I didn't come out tearing it apart. I didn't come out hating it. I said, you know what? I would not see it on my own, but I'd recognize how it plays for fans of this type of film. And for them, if I have to review it and I have to give my opinion on it, I have to like think like I can't go in there and say I hate it just because I got something personal against it.
Right.
Which is why I got upset at a couple of people like, you went to see that Miley Cyrus movie and you don't have the balls to give it a bad review. Like, no, I don't have the because I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah.
You know, fuck it.
Fuck them. I mean, like, normally I don't care. I don't give two shits about what anyone thinks about any of my reviews. I mean, I'm like, I say just when I do it, and I walk away from it. That's it's a memory all of a sudden. I just don't care. And, you know, that's how I thought about it at the time. And yeah, there's times when I'll watch a film and I'll critique it, and then I'll think later the following day is like, you know what? Actually, I either like that a lot better than I thought, or I didn't like it as much as I thought I did. Yeah. And that shit just happens, you know. But I don't waste my time, you know, worrying like, oh God, now people are gonna tear me apart because of what I don't like.
I don't worry about that. I'm ready for people to say that. It's like,
it's not about that.
And the thing is,
that should never be about.
It should not even be about us. I mean, we're saying what critics should do, but you know, people who listen to critics are you follow any kind of reviewer or anything, you know, you have a responsibility too, not to expect somebody to like give something what you think you should give it, or what you don't like, or have some preconceived notion that, okay, this should be torn apart. I'm going to be pissed off if they don't do that. You know, that's stupid. To me, that irritates me more than some of these eggheads who take this snobbish attitude towards movies. I mean, it's funny how it goes both ways.
Yeah, and like a lot of the times too, I notice some reviewers like go out of their way to talk to somebody who's not even their audience. Like, I think a lot, there's a local paper here that has a reputation for, like, you know, when you read their reviews, it's like reading like an essay or something, where a majority of the people in this town that I know just, you know, when we talk about who are they reading as far as, you know, critics, they'll always go, well, that one paper, I don't fucking read them ever, because who are they writing to? Honestly, like, who are they writing to? Who is their audience? It's like, I just want to find out if the movie's good or not, but they either put in their own personal shit, or they take the review to a whole nother tangent.
It's funny you should say that, because that is true. I mean, that's another thing about critics who have had formal education, and they come out, sometimes they write like they're writing a book. Yeah. They want to show you, like, they had aspirations to be a writer.
Yeah.
Instead of being a critic, and somehow it didn't work out, or they got steered into this direction. And it's like, I appreciate that you have a thesaurus.
Yeah.
You know, and,
no,
and
that's
that you
the
know
thing.
you can throw some words down, but what do you think about this movie?
Yeah.
Because I was telling Carlisle that we were talking one time, and I was telling him, like, you know, there's a critic that I listen to online, and his reviews in some of the most, to me, they might as well just be cryptic. Yeah. Because then he doesn't say what he likes about it. He'll end a review like, and upon this journey, he learned a valuable lesson. Like,
yeah.
What do you think about the movie? You know?
Are you writing the next Conan book?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you do?
Anyway, man, I don't want to cut you off, but it's like, yeah, I got to get out of here. Man. I'm running behind as it is, but we put in a good show, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like we put in some good time.
Fuck yeah. We always got to make the 5-minute show got to be the best, bro.
All right, people.
All right, we're getting the fuck out of here.
Next time you talk to us, it will be after Spill.com. So, hey, maybe if you don't talk to us, you know we did not survive.
Yes, you know it was a good fucking party.
Yeah. So we'll talk to you again.
See you, chumps.
Bye.
Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper!